Narrowboat.com.
Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown and joining me as ever is...
I don't know how we're going to manage to do this now.
It's terrible.
I know, I don't know why the intro's so funny.
Right then folks, we'll try it again. Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown and joining me as ever is...
John O'Griffiths.
And you are listening to The Sort of Interesting Show. I suppose I should first of all apologise if you can hear any weird background noise, as, well, Jono, where are we exactly?
We're currently aboard your narrowboat.
Yeah, now we're living. But it's currently pouring down outside, so there may be a little bit of rain on roof sounds spilling into the podcast.
If you follow the website or not, some of you may or may not know that Dan has recently purchased a narrowboat.
Yep, just a little bit of information on that. It's a little 30-foot Springer narrowboat from 1987, so same age and vintage as me. It's something that I've been interested in for a long time now, and well, I say probably about 2.5 years I've been working towards getting my own little boat, and well, here we are, on board, podcasting right now, living the dream.
So, the boat is now your home?
Yes, it certainly is, and this is now, well into my second, in fact third week living on board, and my goodness me, what a time it has been. I suppose just a little bit of information on what's been going on recently, if you haven't been on the site. Basically, I bought the boat a 90-mile and 60-lock trip away from my local region, so I had to fetch it back to my general area as my maiden voyage, and my goodness me, 90 miles and 60 locks seems to become a lot longer than it sounds, and it sounded a long way to begin with.
Yeah.
But it took about 8 days to travel, and I had an incredible amount of help on the way. But, well, we're back now. The microphone's recording, so, well, I've got to be home.
Yeah. So life on board, what's it like then? You've got everything you need. There's nothing here that isn't at your bricks and mortar house, really, is there?
It's, well, all the basics. Got toilet, shower and sink in the little bathroom. Got little cooker and fridge and kitchen sink, of course. Then me lovely little... yes, sound effects on the podcast. Lovely little coal and wood burning fire, so that'll hopefully keep us going through the winter.
Yeah, it's 2 separate beds, so guests can stop over.
Indeed. There's a Dan bed and a Jono bed. Yeah, so it is. At the minute, I'm just trying to decorate and sort things out to how I want it to be. As I've got to say, I don't wish to be a downer on the decor, but it looks like it might have been from 1987.
You've completed a few jobs, haven't you?
Yeah, I've painted and tiled in the bathroom, been generally sorting out things like a lock on the door. Thank you very much to my good old granddad. There's excellent history of locksmithery.
Is there pictures of this available to see online?
There certainly is. Obviously on the classic sort of interesting.com, but you can also reach pretty much, well, just the same website through boyonaboat.com, if you so wish.
Yeah, new URL. So, how are you finding it? What's it like compared to living in your house?
Well, I would say, in general terms, when I'm just on board inside, generally going about my daily life, like cooking me soup and stuff like that, it's not that much difference because, well, as you just said, really, everything's here. I mean, I don't have a telly, which I don't want a telly on board. Internet I would quite like to have access to, but mobile broadband in the area is patchy, to say the best, and to say it honestly, non-existent.
When we're on board and when we're in here now, it doesn't feel like a boat. It just feels like we're just back in your room, but you happen to have a cooker and a fridge in here as well.
Yes.
But yeah,
that's an excellent way of putting it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really, it doesn't feel, oh God, I'm on the water.
And well, with the canals being so still and with such a little flow in them, I mean, when you're moored up well, you pretty much don't move or rock unless there's a lot of movement on the boat or other boats are going past.
Well, this stretch of canal is fairly quiet for traffic, but it is holiday season at the moment, though, isn't it? But it's still fairly quiet.
So I'd say that as far as when we're on the boat like we are now, there isn't that much really to say. Yeah, this is definitely a boat, and this is really different to living in a house. But it's really when you open that back door, front door, and see what's out there. I mean, the views that I've been having through the windows in the morning, and just, well, at any random moment there could be a heron or goodness knows what, kingfishers and all the rest of it darting around. And it's like, whereas I've had to in the past walk between 5 and 10 miles to get to these sorts of places, I'm now literally opening my door and already being at them.
Yeah.
So it's in terms of my walking and my biking that I love doing, that some of you may well be well aware of when I get onto the subject. But in terms of that sort of stuff, it's ideal because I can literally be moored up in any number of, like, probably I'd say the local 30 miles of canal, and still be able to bike home to go to work and that sort of stuff. But then start out from these places along the canal, so I can bike out to places where I'd never feasibly be able to get to or walk to if I was starting out from the house back in Oswestry. So it's it's all good. And astronomy, well, mooring up in the middle of nowhere where the nearest or the biggest near town or village has got about 8 houses in it. It's it's certainly a clear sky out there some nights.
Yeah, but at this time of year, when we're recording this, there's a meteor shower visible at night at the moment. We saw a particularly good one the other night, didn't we?
Yeah, there's one of those beautiful moments where there's a bit of passing cloud and that, and we were sort of starting to give up hope. And we just kept going out onto the deck at the back and having a look and going back in and fingers crossed. And it just happened to be pointing at the sky around Cygnus, saying, "This is where I've seen them over the last few nights." Well.
And as we said that, the most spectacular shooting star that I've ever seen came across and shot across the sky. It was awesome.
Yeah, and it really was a good one. And as you said at the time, it's like one of the perfect ones. I was pointing straight at the sky where it appeared, so we were both looking straight at it. And as you said,
under scale, it was glowing bright. You could see glowing bright red.
That was a proper good, bright, shining shooting star.
And it was the largest object in the sky at the moment. Well, via perspective, obviously, but it was pretty phenomenal.
It's just those sorts of moments. And that was literally from the back doorstep.
Yeah, everything that led up to that moment, we could have spent a bit longer doing this, bit longer doing that. And then we just happened to be looking at the right section of sky at the right time. It was pretty awesome.
Yes, fate was definitely smiling on us. Maybe it was some sort of omen of something. Well, I suppose that's really all of our general Narrowboat talk as a quick introduction and sort of, this is what we're doing and what's going on. Any other bits and pieces you can think of?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what to add here. You've kind of caught me out. Oh yeah, this is my first night. It's going to be my first night stopping aboard as well. So if you don't hear from me from the next podcast, send out a search party.
Well, I suppose on that note, it's time to wrap things up.
Yeah.
I hope that this rain that's hammering down on the roof has not interfered too much with the recording.
I know, and we want to go geocaching as well.
Yeah, so anyway, until the next time, check out sortofinteresting.com, boyonaboat.com if you will. Jono, I believe you're on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm Jono_Griffiths1.
And you can also find me while you're there. I'm at sort_of_Dan, that's sort of Dan. Until the next time, farewell.
Goodbye.
I'm so glad that we can edit everything.
Yeah.